Israel, genocide from day one, the real history of May 15th, 1948, Palestine's Nakba. When Israelis commemorate their Independence Day, Palestinians and their supporters around the world remember the Nakba, Arabic for catastrophe. The Zionist settlers from Europe claimed that Palestine was a land without a people. This was a racist colonial lie. It was and is the rightful homeland of the Palestinian people. May 15, 2024 marks the 76th year of al-Nakba inflicted upon the Palestinian people in 1948. Every year, the Nakba, or the catastrophe, is commemorated with struggle against Israeli apartheid. Israel and the U.S., meanwhile, celebrate this occasion as Israeli independence, independence that emerged out of terror, massacres, and mass expulsions. While the corporate media intentionally complicates the origin story of Israel, the destruction of Palestinian lives and homes is an indisputable and straightforward fact. With the defeat of the Ottoman Empire in World War I, imperialist leaders of Britain, France, and Tsarist Russia signed the Sykes-Picot Agreement in secret, laying out plans for the divvying up of the Middle East to take as colonies. With its Balfour Declaration in 1917, British imperialism officially became supportive of the establishment of a Zionist state. In true colonialist fashion, any and all settlement talks entirely excluded Palestinians. The process of carving up Palestine for the new Israeli state was a repulsive expression of Western colonialism and imperialism. In November 1947, the UN voted to partition the British colony of Palestine, 55% for a Jewish state, 44% for an Arab state, and 1% for an international zone. The Palestinians were not consulted before the UN vote, taken at a time when most nations of the world had not yet won independence and could not vote. It was clear from the start that the goal of the Zionist leaders was not just to seize territory, but uproot and expel as much of the Arab population as possible out of Palestine. Zionist leaders unleashed Plan Dalet on March 10, 1948, a brutal campaign of mass to drive Palestinians from their land. Before this plan, the ruling Jewish agency government could not clear Palestinian villages fast enough. To complete the expulsion of Palestinians, Zionist paramilitary forces launched a systematic terror campaign and staged heinous acts of violence against quiet Palestinian villages. Plan Dalet was expressed in the infamous Deir Yassin massacre in April 1948. Zionist forces wiped out Deir Yassin village on the outskirts of Jerusalem. The brutality of this massacre has become a symbol of the genocidal character of the Israeli government from its very beginning. Palestinians haven't stopped fighting to return to the land stolen in the Nakba. 76 years later, the right of return remains a central issue in the struggle for Palestinian liberation. Today, the Palestinian people face a brutal, genocidal assault that has destroyed the majority of infrastructure in Gaza and forced more than 1 million Palestinians into the tiny 25-square-mile city of Rafah. The resistance by the Palestinian people has not let up, and the struggle is joined by more and more people with each passing year. The Palestinian cause is growing in popularity around the world, including in the United States. The Israeli and U.S. ruling classes adamantly oppose the right to return, but the Palestinian struggle for liberation has persisted for generations. The last 76 years has made it clear that this fight for freedom will continue until the collapse of the Israeli apartheid system. Thank you so much for these informative and well done slides by the Party for Socialism and Liberation. You can follow them on Twitter at PSL National, building the fight for a socialist future in the United States. Get involved. Go there to click on their link tree. Solidarity, comrades, and free Palestine.